jump ball here. Gabat against Nunez. And of course, Perpetual will get the first possession.
Well, I think that jump ball tactic by Coach Rob Labagala is just a message they're trying to send the Perpetual Altas that even if they're the big team, etong baste talagang papalag lang sa kanila.
And they went to that 1-3-1 defense right away, Renzo. Goho Cruz, binigay dito kay Orgo. Orgo for 3. And another possession for Perpetual. Sleet on the drive, kicks it out to Orgo. Orgo back to Sleet. Sleet, Abis, piso.
John Abis!
And right away, tatlong jumper agad yung nakuha ng Perpetual. And I think that's something na willing i-give up ni Coach Rob for this game, yung outside shots instead of Patrick Sleet, John Abis getting inside the paint and getting their basket.
De La Rama from the baseline. A little bit too strong on that shot. And now we get our first courtside report from Fatima Reyes.
Anton, despite battling struggles both inside and outside the court, the San Sebastian Stacks proved that they're also capable. Kwento nga ni Coach Rob na binigyan niya ng 3 araw na pahinga ang Stacks. At after nun, ay tuloy na sila sa ensayo. At isa nga sa naging paghahanda nila ay pinanood ni Coach Rob ang galawan nila sa preseason at ngayon at doon niya nakita na finally they're playing with each other. Though they're playing without Leo Velasco due to a shoulder injury today, Coach Rob is hopeful that for this game, they will play for each other. Now let's see if the Stacks can sustain their winning momentum. Anton and Renzo.
Thank you very much, Fatima, for that report. It was a long break for Coach Rob Labagala and his Golden Stars. A chance for his team to rest and recover. Laking bagay nun, Renzo, 3 full days of rest.
Well, of course, lalo kapag ganito kadikit yung schedule mo, talagang kakailanganin mo yung mga ganyang break to try and reset and recharge for the rest of the season.
Junior De La Rama getting on the board. He really has the makings of a star for San Sebastian with what he's showing. Meanwhile, Sean Orgo drains a 3.
Well, you're right, no? Talking about De La Rama, talagang napakalaking bagay niya for San Sebastian right now, especially with the way he's playing on both ends of the court. Siya yung nagli-lead for the Golden Stacks.
And it's situations where you wonder why Letran did not keep him. But then when you think about the lineup of Letran, ang dami ng mga players doon na kaposisyon ni Juniel. So it's good for his career. And, you know, obviously we don't know what happened behind closed doors. But for him to have a role here in San Sebastian, may chance siya mag-shine.
Well, I think dun sa decision ng Letran and De La Rama, I think it's a win-win situation for them. Kasi I think kung nag-stay itong si De La Rama for Letran, hindi siya magpo-blossom ng ganito. And for De La Rama naman, nabigyan siya ng malaking opportunity ng Golden Stacks na ipakita talaga kung ano yung laro niya.
So those are just one of the big decisions of young student athletes in their basketball careers. Sleet susubok mula sa labas.
And I think that's the 4th or 5th try of Perpetual from the outside. So early in our first quarter, I think it will work yung defensive game plan nitong San Sebastian.
And Perpetual is a team that is not really known for their outside shooting. They don't take a lot of threes as compared to majority of the teams here in the NCAA.
But I think yun yung nakita ni Coach Rob. That's why he decided, as we see that 3-pointer by Nepasena, going back to that stat from Perpetual na hindi masyado tumi 3 points, yun talaga yung doon nag-focus si Coach Rob. Kaya ito yung dinedeploy niyang depensa for this game.
Speaking of di masyado tumi 3 points, that was only the second made triple by Nepasena this season.
But I've seen Nepasena in practice. Talagang he's trying to work on those shots. And if you're a big guy, kapag banger ka, when you have that 3-pointer, napakalaking bagay niyan for your game and for your team.
Felebrico finding Nepasena. He was ready to shoot.
And that's also a spot na hindi ka masasaktan pag nandun si Nunez eh. So pag sinepasena nakaka-connect dyan sa 3 points, napapalabas mo si Nunez, walang helper sa loob, walang rebounder sa loob yung Perpetual, malaking bagay yun for the Stags.
This is a good start for San Sebastian. Their defense is working. They're forcing Perpetual into taking threes. And right now, they're tied with the best starting 5 in the NCAA.
Well, I believe itong Golden Stags naman talaga is they have been playing very well ever since the start of the season. Hindi lang talaga siya nagta-translate into wins, pero most of their games, dikit na dikit talaga eh. Talaga may chance sila na makuha yung panalo.
San Sebastian up by 1. Sleet defended in the corner. Goho Cruz. Orgo. Abis. And Abis is able to draw the foul.
But again, yung zone defense ng San Sebastian right now, I think it's really working. Kasi hindi nakukuha ng Perpetual yung mga usual shots nila eh. They're really covering itong si Marco Cruz. Kahit malayo na sa 3-pointer, nandun pa rin si Gabat sa harap niya.
I was observing Coach Olsen Rosella. He was clapping his hands when Abis got the ball. And I'm thinking he liked the rotation, the ball movement, and knowing na itong depensa yung ine-employ ng San Sebastian, he went to his second 5 to remind them of what to expect.
I feel like the reason, also the reason why Coach Olsen is happy is nakikita niyang medyo nagiging aggressive itong si Abis eh, na for the whole season, hindi natin masyadong nakikita from Abis yung usual niya na aggressiveness. Kasi nga, nandyan si Patrick Sleet, nandyan si Marco Cruz na nagka-carry ng offensive load eh.
Abis almost coming up with a steal. And Castor draws a foul.
And I think on the offensive end naman, itong si Coach Rob, ang game plan is atakihin itong si Patrick Sleet and si Marco Cruz. I think that's the second or third time na they went to Filibrico on the post to try and attack Patrick Sleet.
JP Boral checking into the game for Nunez. So Abis now playing the 5 spot.
Coach Olsen trying to go small early in the first quarter. Yun yung tingin ko nakita niyang adjustment eh. Kailangan niya ng isa pang attacker para mabasag yung zone. And also, Boral is a capable 3-point shooter. So, we'll see kung ano yung kalalabasan nitong adjustment na to.
Boral shooting 25% from beyond the arc, but hitting that big shot that ultimately won the game against San Beda.
Well, sometimes yung percentage kasi medyo deceiving eh. Especially itong si Boral, marami kasi talaga siya tumira kaya medyo mababa yung percentage niya. Pero sumushoot din talaga yung mga 3-pointer niya.
And how about that up and under move by JP Boral?
And yun yung sinasabi ko kanina na nakikita ni Coach Olsen na kailangan niya pa ng isang attacker dun sa loob to break that zone defense of San Sebastian.
Meron ding post move. Etong si Gabat with that drop step. And he ties the game up, actually rather giving the lead back to San Sebastian 9-7. He is Perpetual's all-around star. He can back down. He can body up. He can be a playmaker. He can score. And he can now even shoot the 3. And for what he has been doing, we gotta give him a pat on the back. A nice pat on the back for Mr. Sleet.
Well, last game, 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. assist for Patrick Sleet, and I think that's the right term for to describe kung ano yung kayang gawin nito ni Patrick Sleet. Talagang all-around performance for his team.
35 minutes. Siguro if we're gonna nitpick dito kay Patrick Sleet, there are sometimes na he gets into foul trouble.
Well, kasi sobrang aggressive niya rin defensively eh. Yun yung isang bagay na feeling ko kailangan makontrol ni Patrick kasi given dun sa lineup nila, talaga kailangan siya hanggang dulo eh. Hindi pwedeng mapa-foul out siya, especially sa mga games katulad ng San Beda na na-foul out siya.
Goho Cruz short on that triple try. Nepasena holding on to his shoulder as Richo scores.
Well, this is unfortunate for San Sebastian, and this is something that we don't want to see as we see this up and under by JP Boral, yung minimension mo nga kanina.
It's good that he's nodding his head, but for a big man like that to sit down, you know there's a concern there with that right shoulder.
And it's just hard to deal with shoulder injury kasi pabalik-balik yan eh. And yung shoulder mo is, especially when you're playing basketball, it's something that you use all the time eh. Kaya mahirap, especially for a big man na lagi ka nakipagbanggaan dyan sa ilalim.
So Nepasena will head to the bench. We hope he's all right.
Substitution.
Hit that three a while ago. Started as the man in the middle for Coach Rob Lavagala, but he's moving it, so that's a good sign.
James Labot for the Altas.
Could be where one of those situations where it took an awkward position and probably popped out a little bit as Tolabot lays it up and in.
Or maybe a little hyperextension on Nepasena, but I hope he's okay, especially with the way he's playing.
De La Rama. Di maunahan, back to JDR. JDR on the move. And Boral secures the basketball.
That's a great stop for Perpetual. I thought De La Rama had an open lane already, but Perpetual were able to force itong si De La Rama for a miss.
Di maunahan. Passing it to assistant coach Melo Navarro.
And I think he was ready to shoot. Talking about Coach Melo Navarro. But a little miscue on the part of the Golden Stag. TJ Pellegrino was wide open.
Tolabot. Josh Alcantara is now in for the Altas. Oh, what a pass. And Tolabot will head to the line for two.
And this is a great matchup to watch. Itong si JDR and Patrick Sleet, no? Pero upo muna itong si Patrick Sleet. Pero yung post-action yun kanina, talagang ano eh, yung matchup na yun, aabangan mo talaga eh.
So Tolabot getting the early nod from Coach Olsen Racela to come into the game. Dahil pagkatapos ni Jericho, it's either Tolabot or Pizarro coming in to back him up.
So this is, I think this is the perfect time for Coach Olsen to try and get the other guys involved. Para, kasi pagdating niya sa dulo, as you see that tough layup by JDR. Pagdating mo sa dulo, kailangan mo na yung mga pang 10, pang 11 na guy mo eh. So, this is Coach Olsen trying out all his guys.
Maglupay. Tulabot. Casinillo. Alcantara for 3. Maglupay to Boral. Boral, baseline jumper. Rebound TJ. Felebrico, what a pass. Yun lang, tinawagan ng traveling.
Yeah, that was a great pass by Felebrico.
Timeout, San Sebastian, Golden State.
Ito, mabibitawan na ni JDR to eh.
Coming in for the
Ay,
Golden
hindi.
State.
It was a legit shot. Because in real time, it looked like he let go of the ball. But no, on the replay and from the angle, that was a legit shot by JDR. San Sebastian is up 13-11. We were all witnesses to the birth of a new star in the NCAA, Juniel De La Rama, with a game on the line. Look at what he did here. Turn around, fade away, good as gold.
And that was a tough shot against a very good defender. Itong si De La Rama, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, playing 35 minutes against his alma mater. There's really nothing you could ask for from JDR or Juniel De La Rama.
That's a name that we are going to be mentioning for so many years when we talk about San Sebastian. Juniel De La Rama, JDR with the behind-the-head shot.
And that's really hard to block if you're the defender kasi sa sobrang taas tumalo ni De La Rama, nilagay niya pa sa likod, so there's really no way to block that shot.
Yeah, because obviously you can't hit the face. So the creativity is just off the charts. Bawal tamaan yung mukha. O di ilagay mo sa likod ng ulo. Wow. Segovia.
Vincent Segovia.
Now here's a guy you can't miss with that afro.
That's a great defensive rebound by Segovia following that shot of the miss of Quahao. And I think itong si Quahao is one of the players from San Sebastian who really has to be aggressive.
Ray Maglupay.
Maglupay going backdoor against Segovia. That's great. Ball movement off the ball.
And that's a great execution off of that pinch action from the triangle offense.
Dimaunahan. Risho. Wow, Risho finding a way to get to the basket for the Deuce.
And that's your big man right there. Itong si Risho attacking that paint area. Isang spin move niya lang. Nakuha niya na yung separation na kailangan niya for that layup.
Oh, wow. Tulabot with a power move, but Risho able to draw the foul.
And Risho doing it on both ends of the floor after that basket, getting that charge from the Perpetual Altas.
And Junex Segovia, sayang, nakapuntos na siya pero na-backdooran siya ni Maglupay.
Oh, yun yung magandang pinch action of that triangle offense from Perpetual.
Great spin move there by the lefty, Risho. Wow. Extra pass, Risho for 3. Ganda sana nun. That's great ball movement by the Golden Stags.
You're right, that's a great execution for the Golden Stag. I know Risho missed that three-pointer, pero okay yun for Coach Rob. I'm sure masaya siya dun sa execution na yun.
Oh, JB Boral called for traveling there.
Nakita natin yung Golden Stags, nag-adjust na sila ng konti sa depensa nila. Naka-man-to-man na sila. So I think yung 1-3-1 zone defense nila is just for Patrick Sleet and Marco Cruz.
Di maunahan. Segovia. Quahao for 3. Alcantara with the board.
Well, that's a tough angle for Quahao, especially if you're a right-handed and you're going to your right. Mahirap talaga mag-release eh.
Casinilio. 10 on the shot clock. Alcantara to LA. LA Casinilio for 3.
LA Castillo, 3.
And that's a great shot off of that Spain action from Perpetual. Yung ball screen and then yung back flick nito ni Alcantara for the big man. Tapos yung extra pass niya pag-atake niya.
Making foul, number 3.
LA Casinilio draining that triple.
2 free throws for Andre Lomanag.
Andre Lumanag with an aggressive drive. Gets to the 9 and sinks the first free throw. Oh, short on the second. Boral from way out.
At the end of the opening quarter.
And that will do it for the first quarter. The San Sebastian Golden Stags lead the Perpetual Altas 18 to 16. General Antonio Tamayo, the chairman of the board and CEO of the University of Perpetual Health System, Dalta. Thank you for joining us live on GTV, simulcast on Heart of Asia. Good start, Renzo, for San Sebastian, hanging with the starting unit of Perpetual and even taking the lead.
Well, I think they started on defense. As we see that three-pointer by Ian Quahao, yung Golden Stags nagsimula sila sa depensa eh. Talagang kinontain nila kung ano ba yung magandang ginagawa ng Perpetual, which is attacking that shaded area. Kaya meron silang 1-3-1 zone nung umpisa.
Maglupay. Boral looks up at the clock. Casinilio, another one.
LA Castillo, 3.
And that's the second three-pointer of Casinilio. And ito yung tricky for Coach Rob right now. Nag-work yung zone niya nung umpisa, pero dalawang three-pointer from Casinilio. Anong mangyayaring adjustment ngayon for him?
LA, spin move. Alcantara. Boral against Risho. Boral, Casinilio. Tolabot. Tolabot grabs his own miss. Boral reverse. Maglupay. Casinilio underneath.
LA Castillo.
All right, pasa muna natin kay Fatima Reyes.
For a team already sitting at the top, this game isn't just about claiming their 9th win, but also proving that they've gone beyond expectations. And speaking of that, Coach Alson Rosella expects more discipline rather than complacency. Dahil nga, especially now that all eyes are on them, aminado nga si Coach O na mas magiging mahirap. Kaya naman ang siyam na araw na pahinga ay nilaan daw nila para mag-recover ang bawat isa. Update lang din kay Gabne Pasena na fold lang daw niya ang right shoulder sa taas kaya medyo may sakit kapag ginagalaw. Pero ayon kay Gab, kaya niyang bumalik at ilaro ito. Anton at Renzo.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
So that's good news for San Sebastian kasi kailangan talaga nila si Nepasena for this game kasi wala na nga si Velasco who's nursing an injury. So they need another big guy para sa laro na to.
Pelebrico has it in the corner. JDR gets it to Risho. Quahao. Short. Casinilio to MGC. MGC fakes out JDR.
And that's just a veteran move para dito kay Mark Goho Cruz. Recognizing how athletic itong si De La Rama is. Kaya nag-fake muna siya doon kasi alam niya nga abutin siya ni JDR.
At lamang na ang Perpetual.
That's a foul by Goho Cruz.
And look at the white shirts crashing the boards. That's your point guard getting the rebound, and that's your point guard with the perfect delivery to Mark Goho Cruz.
And you have to commend the whole Perpetual squad kasi sobrang willing passer nila eh. So, kahit meron na silang tira, pero tinitignan pa rin nila, baka meron pang mas open, baka meron pang better shot. And hinihit talaga nila yun eh. Yun yung mahirap bantayan for Perpetual.
LA Casinillo with an impressive performance off the bench now. Sean Orgo returns. Perpetual in a zone. Gabat spins into his own teammate. Binangga yung sariling kakampi. Talsik si Castor.
But I thought Gabat had a shot already. I think Castor was trying to set the screen for Gabat. Pero itong si Gabat kasi na-recognize na yung depensa niya going for that spin move.
Goho Cruz against De La Rama. Goho Cruz. Just a smart player.
And that's the second time that he got itong si JDR to jump on a fake. Kaya tama yung sabi mo eh, very smart player itong si Goho Cruz.
For the Altas. New free throws for Mark Goho Cruz.
First free throw is good for Mark Goho Cruz. Tsaka yung ball fake ni Goho Cruz, it's very believable because he actually brings the ball up. There are some fakes nowadays where it's just the head that moves. So defenders don't bite on that.
Well, that's one thing, no, na believable yung fake niya. And another thing is you have to respect yung scoring ability ni Mark Goho Cruz. Kaya minsan kahit alam mong fake, kakagat ka talaga kasi alam mo kung gaano siya kagaling umiscore eh.
Gabat. Castor. De La Rama to Gabat. Gabat. Oh, wow. Difficult shot.
Ralph, come on!
Doon mo rin malalaman na veteranong-veterano na itong si Polo Gabat. Nabasa niya yung depensa ni Mark Goho Cruz eh. Nasa-challenge talaga sa harap niya. That's why he switched to his left hand for that floater.
Goho Cruz. Pizarro back out to Goho Cruz. Duremdes shoots. The shot clock was winding down. Duremdes had to rush that shot. De La Rama spins. De La Rama! JDR with a highlight play.
And we all have to be reminded that JDR is a rookie in the NCAA. So, lahat ng ginagawa niya, talagang ano lang yan, skill niya lang yan. Dahil first year pa lang niya to sa NCAA and ganyan nakaganda ang mga performance ni JDR.
Pero si Kenji Duremdes meron din. Spin move and finish with the left hand. Another quality play off the bench for Kenji Duremdes, and he gives Perpetual back the lead. All right, let's take a look at this last play. JDR spins from beyond the free throw line. Ang layo ng linakbay nitong si JDR.
And he went through 3 defenders and going into his offhand for that finish.
Sabi naman ni Kenji, kung kaya mo ng lefty spin, kaya ko rin yan.
That's just a great answer for Duremdes. And ito yung isa pang malaki for Perpetual. Yung guys that are from the second and third unit na maglalaro ng ganito kaganda for Perpetual, sobrang malaking weapon yan for them eh. Kasi katulad ng pinag-uusapan natin off-air na okay na yung first 5 nila eh. Ang question na lang is magde-deliver ba yung second and third unit nila? And sinasagot naman tayo right now with that move of Duremdes.
Castor to Felebrico. Binomba! TJ Felebrico. Oh, Pizarro. Oh, that's a mortal sin. That's a mortal sin for San Sebastian. You can't let your center outrun you.
Well, that was a great move by Felebrico on the offensive side. Pero yun nga eh, yung safety mo, that's already that's the big man of Perpetual. Ibig sabihin, nanggaling na siya dun sa ilalim. Tapos naunahan ka pa on the other side. I'm sure hindi matutuwa si Coach Rob dyan.
Yeah, Coach Rob immediately jumped out of his seat. Look at the hand time of TJ Felebrico. Binomba.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, I know TJ Felebrico, and I didn't know he had that in his bag kasi nakalaro ko na to eh. Talagang magaling na player to, pero nagulat ako dun sa hang time niya.
TJ wants it. Oh! Nabitawan ni TJ. Patrick Sleet is running. Sleet to Duremdes. Sleet. Orgo to Sleet. And that's going to be a foul on Gabat for pulling Patrick.
Well, they were just fighting for position. Medyo nasobrahan lang ng hatak itong si Polo Gabat. Well, ayaw niya kasi talagang mapunta sa likod ni Patrick Sleet because he knows how strong Patrick Sleet is. So, ayaw niyang ibigay yung posisyon na yun.
Duremdes. Orgo. And that mid-range of Sean Orgo is deadly.
And I really want to commend itong si Sean Orgo and his development ever since he started playing in the NCAA. Sobrang impressive. Sobrang ganda ng season niya ngayon. Sobrang laki ng tinalon nung laro niya.
Oh, De La Rama, that's two forwards of San Sebastian mishandling the ball. Kanina si Felebrico, ngayon naman si De La Rama.
So those unforced turnovers really hurting the case of San Sebastian this afternoon.
Ian Guao for the Golden Set.
You can see that's a no-no. The center of the opposing team just beating everybody down the floor.
2 free throws for Kenji Duremdes.
Well, just like I said earlier, big man na ng Perpetual yun, nanggaling sa shaded area, tapos naunahan ka pa sa kabilang side. That's why Coach Rob was really mad at his players kasi hindi talaga pwedeng mangyari yun.
Kenji Duremdes. Yeah, every time nabibigyan ng pagkakataon itong si Kenji Duremdes, he makes an impact for his team. It doesn't matter how long he stays on the court.
And that's big for Coach Olsen. And I think yun din yung yun din yung pinipreach talaga ni Coach Olsen for his team na talagang dapat ready ka whenever your number gets called, talagang magpe-perform ka.
Gabat. And Abis cannot believe that the whistle was blown. He's
Now, number 14, John Ellis.
wondering where the foul came from.
Well, I can't remember the last time na merong umamin na basketball player with a foul they committed. Pero on our angle, nakita ko rin na sumabit talaga yung kamay ni John Abis.
2 free throws for Ralph Gabat.
So Abis checks out of the game. Gabis with 2 personal fouls. Gabat missing. Sleet with the board. Orgo gets it back. Orgo steps back for 3. And it's San Sebastian basketball.
So that's a great shot by Orgo because the defender went under the screen.
De La Rama missing. And that's a push, according to our referee.
Pushing foul, number 91, JP Bonal. Penalty.
So we're going to have some free throws from the San Sebastian side. When we return, we've got 2 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Altas Angels. You know what? We have to applaud the Altas Angels because this is Perpetual's best start. And this is the first season na nagkaroon ng Altas Angels. So definitely making a positive impact on the side of the Perpetualites. May mga times pa nga na pag late in the game, the Angels would position themselves at the back of the ring in the bleachers. Hindi naman right at the baseline, but in the bleachers.
Para visible lang sila dun sa mga players. No?
And it's hard. I mean, you know this, Renzo, na when you're shooting a free throw late in a game, there's so many distractions in the crowd. And the drums are banging, it's so loud, and you know you have to make a free throw.
Well, there's already pressure and yung kalaban mo will really do everything para ma-distract ka pa. So, kasama lahat yan sa basketball.
Late violation.
It's a late violation there. Labot. Oh.
Holding foul, number 2, Henry Lumana is first. Seconds on the shot.
I think Lumanag was trying to hold on to Labot to prevent him from diving kasi libreng-libre na yung lane.
Patrick, wow.
Just
too strong. Patrick Sleet, one of the most powerful players in the NCAA. That's a much bigger defender. Patrick Sleet just maneuvering around him.
Well, that's why Patrick Sleet is very impressive, and you really have to commend him because he can do those things. He can overpower anyone dito sa NCAA, pero hindi niya ginagawa. Ang mas importante sa kanya is yung performance ng buong team. That's why he's facilitating, he's involving his teammates, and easily pwede siya pumunta dun Pero ang ginagawa niya talaga ngayon is really involving everyone, kaya nagta-translate to into wins
That's a great point, Renzo. In other words, he's surrendering to the system. Meanwhile, De La Rama left wide open.
I don't think Coach Olsen is going to be happy because why would you leave JDR all alone on the three-point line?
I think there was some confusion on the defensive schemes of Perpetual, kaya nalibre doon si De La Rama.
ang naging confusion nila that time is yung rotation eh. Kung sino ba yung ro-rotate sa bola, sino ro-rotate kay Ian Kwao, which is a shooter as well. Pero sasabihin ng most coaches dyan, kung sino yung may hawak ng bola, siya yung pinaka-dangerous na guy eh. So kailangan, mas okay na dalawa kayo sa bola kaysa yung walang maiiwan sa bola.
Kitang-kita sa replay na yun na sabay pumunta sa kaliwa si Alcantara at si Patrick.
Oo, kasi nakita mo rin si De La Rama tumuro pa kay Kwao eh. And you also have to commend De La Rama for doing those things na hindi na siya skill eh. Talagang yung reads na lang niya sa laro.
Casinillo with the rebound. Perpetual with a 3-point lead. LA to JP. Allen Maglupay. Casinillo. Maglupay at the buzzer. De La Rama. Buhat bantay. And that's a foul on Casinillo. And wow, is telling De La Rama, pasa mo na.
Well, he was in front already. Pero itong si De La Rama decided to challenge the defender.
Here free throws for Ian Kwao.
Well, I remember the first time that you described itong si Kwao, sabi mo, points guard.
Oh.
You know he has to get his points.
And he really has to be aggressive. He really has to take a lot of shots para makuha mo talaga yung full potential niya eh.
But then, you know, in defense to De La Rama, it was a difficult angle because there was a Perpetual player behind Ian Kwao. So baka maagaw din.
And sometimes, yun yung isang bagay na kailangan maintindihan ng lahat ng player. Hindi porket feeling mo open ka, nakikita rin ng ball handler na open ka eh. Depende rin sa angle yan minsan kung meron ba siyang angle to pass the ball.
Lumanag. Back to Kwao. 10 remaining here in the first half. Kwao. Lumanag. Jump hook.
Andre Lumanag.
And that will do it for the first half. Andre Lumanag at the buzzer. And he gives the San Sebastian Golden Stars back the lead. What separation, Renzo, created by Andre Lumanag?
Well, that's a great time management on the side of Golden Stars, going for the last shot, not giving Perpetual a chance to score the basketball pa.
All right, so we will head into the halftime break with a 35-34 lead for the San Sebastian Golden Stars.
9910.